Hello, welcome everyone. So let's talk a bit more about blockchain. Like for me, blockchain, you really change the world. But I think one of the points is like we can have a world with more trust, more transparency, but we must connect the blockchain with the real world. And I'm here to talk about this with you. So this is me. You can call me Sol. I came from Brazil to be here, and I really enjoy this event. It's really amazing. These are my contacts. And if you'd like to get the QR code of the presentation is here. I know that I have more slides and more QR codes after this. So I think this is the most important for you. Let's give some seconds for you. Yes. Okay. It seems to be right. Let's go. And is this. The key point to connect blockchains with the external world are the oracles. So what's an oracle? I used to say that the oracle is any kind of data source that you can bring information to the blockchain. So can be the temperature, can be some information from a satellite or from my watch, or sports, or a lot of financial information as well. But when we talk about oracles, we are talking about the way you are bringing the information or the way you are connecting with the external world. So if you have this in a decentralized way, this will be better, because the key point is how this information is coming. So if you are trusting only one node, only one operator to get this information, this can be a problem, can be compromised. So it's important to have this in a decentralized way, and we call this add-on. And this is Chainlink. Chainlink, it's a Web3 platform with many services to help you to connect with the external world, to bring information, to use this information inside the blockchain. And any kind of blockchain. Chainlink is not a blockchain, okay? It's a set of services that can be deployed and used in different blockchains. And like I said before, I have a more QR code, so this is one of that to learn more about the services. And let's start with this. Imagine that we have a lot of websites, a lot of APIs that are not on blockchain. How can I use this? How can I connect this and use this information? I need this information. So this is Chainlink functions. It's a way that you can execute a JavaScript code, like a Web2 code, inside your smart contract and get the consensus inside the result in a decentralized way and use the result inside your smart contract. And we can do a lot of things with this. Imagine that you can have like the fly status using the aviation stack, or to get data from an asteroid on NASA, or temperature, or a distance with Google Maps, or even to get the balance of a token in different chains, or football results, or any interaction with ChatGPT, and many, many other things. All of these that I just mentioned now, they are in this website, use Chainlink functions. You can see the code that you can use to all of these examples, and many more. So, another service. Another big challenge when we talk about the information that we have on blockchain is related to data, but especially related to codes. I'd like to know the price of it in USD. But where do you get this? I'm getting one decentralized exchange or another centralized exchange, or you mix both. So the data feeds are a way where you can get this kind of information from different sources, having an average-based method to get the price, and then use this inside your smart contract to take decisions with your business. This is something like that. We have different prices over there. And you can see that we have the how each of the node operators get the price, and the final price is there as well. Another important point. Remember that a blockchain is an isolated network. And we have a lot of blockchains. And I really don't believe that you exist only one blockchain in the world. We always have many, many blockchains. So it's so important to have some protocol to communicate between these blockchains. And this is CCAP. So using CCAP, we can token transfer, do some token transfers, like this is the bridge way, is the easy part. But also you can send any kind of message. A message can be a hello world, but a message can be you calling some function in a smart contract that exists in other blockchain. Imagine that you can mint an NFT from other blockchain. Imagine that you can send the token, and then when the token arrived in the destination blockchain, you'd like to do a swap, or would like to use it like collateral, or whatever you can do, all of this using CCAP. And in the future, I'm pretty sure that we must have wallets and using this in DeFi. DeFi is really used just now, and NFTs and enterprise capital markets, including, imagine that banks are creating private blockchains, but they would like to connect with the real blockchain that we have now, and maybe this will be made by CCAP as well. So all of the apps that we have today, we should have in a cross-chain world. And talk about how this can do in a better way is something like this. I have on this side, I am the user, I have the Cersei blockchain, I'd like to send something, I'm interacting with some smart contract deployed over there. This smart contract, you interact with the router. It's another smart contract deployed by Chainlink. Then we have the off-chain part, that is the middle. And this off-chain part are 3 different networks. I will talk about this a bit late. Then we are interacting, sending the information to the destination blockchain using the second router, the destination router. And the router in the destination chain, you really interact with your wallet or another application that's over there. This is the overflow. And imagine that with this, you can have the collateral in one chain and borrow or lend something in another chain. Or, like I said, related to NFTs, I can mint an NFT from one chain to another, or I can have an NFT in 2 chains, and it's active now on this or that. I can use, for example, some part like a weapon in a game that you will be in another blockchain. And especially when we talk about account abstraction, that is sure that we have, and it's still not so easy to have balances in different chains. And then if you have a wallet connected with CCAP and also with account abstraction, this can be easy for you to manage that. And okay, I talk about gaming and talk about computation. You can do some expensive computation in a cheaper network and maintain the result, the final result, in another blockchain. And this is easy now. And this is the workflow. Like I said before, I have 3 different networks, and I'd like to go to this. Yes, because this is, a lot of people ask me, oh, what's the difference between CCAP and bridges or other ways of interoperability? I can tell you that the 5 levels of cross-chain security is the key. because when we are doing the interaction between the both blockchains, we have 3 different networks that are doing that part, that are these 3 networks. One network to commit the transaction, so we have a consensus over there. Another network to executing the transaction with a consensus as well. And a third network that is seeing everything, that is the risk management network. So it's impossible to have a transaction in one side that we don't have in the other side. It's impossible to have a double spend. And all of this is also related to the finality of each blockchain. So this is, we have a better security over there. And is this. So let's go forward. Also, when we talk about interoperability, we have the challenges related to weight the finality of the blockchain. So for developers, you can use this first develop local, we're using a simulator local, and then go to the chain that we need more time to weight the finality. Another point for the end users, we have the transporter only to send tokens from one chain to another chain now. This is live, and it's so easy to use your USDC or other tokens in different chains. And let's go to Chainlink automation. This is another service. And why we need automation? The smart contract itself cannot call itself. We used to say that this is a passive agent. It means that if you'd like to execute something inside the smart contract, to call a function in a smart contract, you need to have an external agent doing that. The external agent can be another smart contract, can be your account, can be a bot like you create, but can be a decentralized Oracle network doing that for you. In a decentralized way, I think this is our core of blockchain. So for me, this is better. And when we talk about execute something inside your smart contract, you can define the rules. So depends of your business, what is the condition? And if this condition is true, I'd like to execute something. This is the point. And maybe the condition is only the time. I'd like to check some information every minute, every hour, every day. Or the condition is related to have some amount of NFTs or have some achievements. And then I'd like to give away a prize, or I'd like to do something different, change a status inside my application. Or can be related to some log in the smart contract. So the smart contract emits some log, and then we are monitoring this with automation to execute something late. Everything, this can be done with the Chainlink automation. And like this is the workflow we are doing. We have the automation nodes that are checking the conditions for you. And only when the condition is true, we are sending a transaction to the blockchain. Another point, generating random numbers. Okay, we know that when Ethereum including became proof of stake, we have a random number generated over there, but it's one for epoch. It means like every 6 minutes. But what about to have different random numbers all the time? You can use Chainlink VRF to generate these random numbers outside the blockchain and only bring the numbers to you. And you can use that, for example, in NFT to change the color of the eyes or the hair or some weapons or what your NFT is wearing or the background. You can change everything with random numbers. Or imagine in a game that we have some battle and you'd like to decide who are winning that. Or even in raffles, I used to do a lot of raffles with tickets in events, and I use the VRF as well. And I think I have the presentation here again. So this It's everything that I'd like to present for you. The most important part of this is how we can connect the blockchain and every application that we are doing on blockchain, connect this with the external world. I think this is the key point to have the massive adoption of blockchain. When the blockchain is still isolated network, we are still so small and not being part of the full world and changing the world. And I hope that we can have and use this kind of connection more and more. And this is my presentation. Thank you. I think I have time for question. Maybe one or two, yes. Any question? I have one over there. I'm seeing. Yes. It's hard to see here, but I see you. I saw you.
Hi. Thank you for your presentation. Just wanted to ask for some real-world examples that you think might be key to connect to the blockchain through Chainlink. So some best practices, best cases of real-world data that will be most useful to massively adopt it.
I think now we are talking a lot about the tokenization of assets and especially real-world assets. So this is one of the points that including are bringing financial institutions to be closed blockchains. And this is a really key point in the way, how can we prove that some asset really exists and you can use and do any kind of like swap or any kind of negotiation inside the blockchain. And I didn't add over there, but we have another service related to this as well, that is the proof of reserve, that you can prove your reserves of in a bank account or in another blockchain. But besides that, imagine that real-world assets is the key. How can I, or what is the purpose to represent a car in the blockchain, and how can I negotiate this, or an apartment, or something like that? So this is something that it's a hot topic in the moment, the real-world assets. And I saw another road over in the middle. Yes.
Hey, thanks for the presentation. Honestly, my question's probably better for the docs, but I'll ask you. Can you hear me? Oh, there we go.
Yes, yes.
Is VRF updating more? Let's say you want to use VRF on mainnet.
Okay.
Is the value updating more than once per block, so that you are not able to simulate the transaction, see if, for example, you'll win the raffle, and then execute? Do you understand?
Yes. You can do, the way it's working, you do a request for the VRF network, then you must wait at least 3 blocks to receive the answer. In this way, we are trying to guarantee that this cannot be manipulated in the middle. When you do that, you can like ask more than one number. So we can have, depends of the blockchain, until 500 random numbers in one request.
Okay, so you had an example then of the outcome of like a fight, right? You had 2 cartoon soldiers fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that you'd have to wait 36 seconds on mainnet, right? 3 blocks, 12 seconds to do gameplay on chain with verifiable randomness?
Depends on how you are doing that. Yes, you must wait.
Cool. Thank you for the presentation, the answer.
Yeah. You're welcome. There are one more over there.
Is it working? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So I know DeFi Llama doesn't really show the exact total value secured.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, do you know your number? Like how much value you secure?
I don't know now. Like this number is updated every moment. I used to have a slide with the total numbers, but I didn't add here. And in fact, I didn't update myself related to this on this month. So I cannot say, but it used to be a lot.
So not even like an approximate? Because I know now it says like 26 billion.
No, I don't have a number to talk to with you now. Sorry.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I think we are done. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just before you jump off stage, I was hoping maybe you could share maybe your Twitter handle or X, just if anyone wants to follow you.
Yes, could you put my presentation again? Is in the slide number 2.
Perfect. That way people can connect with you. And really, guys, we're having a little break for 45 minutes, coffee break. We're going to be reconvening in this room at 4. But come and find Solange. Make sure you connect with her and discuss everything around Chainlink. And what a session today. Thank you so much, Solange.
Thank you, and thank you. And like all my
that the start?
networks, almost,
Oh,
yes.
there we go.
So
Perfect.
my handle is the same in all social networks. So you can find me with Solange Gueiros. All the networks exactly the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm around.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.